Hey loves, you're welcome back to my channel today. My name is Mimi. If you're stopping for the first time, you're highly welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So in today's video, I will share with you how to go about sewing this butterfly wrist skirt. If this is something you're interested in, please keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, for this tutorial, I'll be making use of this fabric here. It's about 2.5, and then my elastic, and then my zipper. So the first thing I went ahead to do was to fold my fabric into two using the right side of my fabric, and another thing I went ahead to do was to place my tape often 2 inches away from the measurement. I'll replace it with my band later, so I'll just go ahead and take my hip length, which is 8. I'll just go over there and mark it. And then for my skirt length, my actual length was supposed to be 20 from my waist down to my knee, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to multiply that 20 by 2. So you multiply your length by 2. For me, instead of using 20 now, go ahead and use 40 inches. In the course of this tutorial, you get to know why we are multiplying our length. So after I was done marking that, I went ahead to take my measurement, my waist measurement divided by 4. I went ahead to mark, and then my hip measurement divided by 4. I also went ahead to mark it. Then I'll go ahead and connect on my hips down to my waist. And then another thing I will do is I'm making sure I have about 5 to 6 inches left over. This is where we are going to be getting our butterfly from. So the measurement I have on my hips, I'll go ahead and mark it down till the length of my skirt. This is what I mean. I'll just keep marking till I get to my skirt. Then I will mark the lines, connecting it like this. All right, this is what I mean. So you must make sure you have at least 5 to 6, depending on how you want yours to be. For me, I am using 6 inches, so I'm just going about checking if I have enough till the end of my fabric. So after I was done with that, I'll just go ahead and cut out my fabric. Please watch closely where I'm cutting. I'm not cutting from the white chalk. I'm cutting from the excess we have. Look closely, you see. This is what I mean. I went ahead to cut from the excess we have. All right. So after I was done cutting, I went ahead to flip it over to this other side. I will also repeat the same measurement I took at the other side. I'll repeat that measurement here. So I'll just go over and take my measurement again. This is me marking my hips measurement, and I'm going to go ahead and take from my waist. I'm going to mark my 7 inches for my hip. I'll just go ahead and take my 9 and then connect it. Then I'll also connect 9 inches down to my full length, the full length of my skirt. So this is what I mean. So after I was done marking that, I'll just remove my front piece and then place on another fabric, which is going to serve as the back, leaving 2 inches away at the front for our zipper. So I'll go ahead and cut out the same like this. Just go ahead and cut it out. This is me cutting. So after I was done cutting for my front and back piece, the area where we have the waist, I'll just go ahead and make a small cut there from my waist. Just make a small cut there. In the course of our sewing, you understand why we are making a small cut there. So the next thing I'll do is to keep my front aside, and then my front or my back piece rather, I just measure where I want my zipper to start from, and then I will go ahead and stitch the rest. I'm just going to stitch down. So after I was done, this is what I have. As you can see, this is where we are going to insert our zipper for this skirt. So I'll just place it like this, and then bring my front piece, place it on top of it, and then you can see those lines we make. So just go over to my sewing machine and run my thread following that line. Take note of the cut is just after the cut. So after I was done cutting, this is what we have. I also went ahead to make another stitch where we'll be flipping our elastic into. So I will also go ahead and close this place, this little place we cut out, remember, at the waist. So after I was done, this is what I have after I was done closing that little piece we cut out. I also went ahead to cut out our band. Remember, it was 2 inches. So I'll just go ahead and fix my band all round my waist, all round, and I also go ahead to fix my zip. So this is what I have after I was done fixing my band and my zipper. So the next thing I will do is to measure my elastic. Now I'm going to use my actual measurements. Remember, it was 20 inches. So now I'm going to use my actual measurement. This is me flipping it in, and then after I was done doing that for the both sides, this is what I have, and boom, our skirt is ready. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.